Whoever this professor is, they'll fall under my spell like the lot of them. I'm charming, smart, and an A-plus student, which is porn for professors, but like professionally. None of my classmates even try to beat me in grades anymore. Not even Zara Jones, Morgan's friend and the only one who's now talking about the professor's good reputation instead of how hot he is. Zara, like everyone, learned she'll never reach my level. What's effortless for me is something she and the others can only achieve if they study day and night. Shuffling ensues as a tall, broad man walks into class. Everyone heads to their seats, and the girls who were fighting about dibs squeal.
"He's drop-dead gorgeous,"
one of them whispers.
"Lock me up, Your Honor,"
the other says, and they giggle like schoolgirls. Damn hormonal college kids. I drag my gaze to the professor again, and pause. Because he's watching me. Among everyone in the entire lecture hall, his gray, dead, and absolutely disturbing eyes are set on me. My skin prickles, and my wound burns. Before he even speaks, before he opens his mouth and I confirm my suspicion, a deep premonition slashes through my skin, and my demons roar in their pit, devouring each other alive. His dead gaze remains on me as he says,
"Hello, class. My name is Caden Lockwood, and I'm your criminal law professor. Welcome to criminal law."
He speaks in that same deep, calm voice that makes my skin prickle.
This is not a course about theory or abstract principles. This is about understanding the very foundation of justice in society. Through this course, we will examine how the law distinguishes between right and wrong, but more importantly, how it punishes the wrongs.
Is this bastard hearing a word he's saying? How can he talk about punishing wrongs with a straight face after what he's done?
"Gosh, she sounds so hot."
Morgan trails her red nails over my arm as she whispers in my ear, and this time, I'm about to scoot away. Or I'll bang her head on the desk for continuing to fucking touch me. The prof's eyes flit to me for a brief second, and I glare back.
"You, over there."
He juts his chin in my direction.
"It appears you've mistaken this classroom for a social gathering. While I'm sure your companion finds your attention flattering, I suggest you remember where you are. This is a place for rigorous intellectual engagement, not an opportunity to parade your schoolboy charms."
The whole class falls into oppressive silence. Morgan's face turns all shades of red. I grab a pen in my hand to stop myself from jumping down there and throttling him on the spot. He's humiliating me on purpose, in front of the whole class. A class that only knows me as a golden boy. I let my lips curl into a smile. "Of course, Professor. I'll be sure to keep my charms in check. Wouldn't want to disrupt your perfect class with any distractions." I think I see a gleam amid the gray, but he directs his attention to the rest of the lecture hall.
"You will be expected to think critically, analyze evidence, and confront uncomfortable truths. There is no room for leniency or weakness in this field. You are not here to make excuses for criminals. You are here to understand the system that holds them accountable. If you cannot accept that, then this course is not for you. Now, let's get to work."
The PowerPoint slides turn on, and he starts the lecture, his voice making my headache pound harder, more persistently that my vision blurs. My wound pulses an annoying frequency, and I suppress the urge to rip the fucking stitches out and dig my knife into it. The longer he talks in that smooth, slightly austere tone, as if he doesn't have a care in the world, the more murderous I turn. How dare he show up in front of me? How can he be so damn detached? I slide my pen on the paper back and forth, as if I'm summoning a demon. The whole class hangs on his every word. falling over each other to answer any questions he asks. Bunch of fucking fools. They're all charmed by his looks, his eloquent manner of speaking, and the commanding way he carries himself. But none of them seems to see the monster lurking within. Then again, I do use my looks as well, so I'm in no position to judge. But come on. The fucker is a literal criminal who's teaching criminal law.
You need to stop looking at me like that.
His slightly rough voice is low enough that none of the students passing by can hear it. Like what?
Like you're thinking about last night. It's making me hard, and this is not the appropriate place to come down that throat again.
My fingers tighten around my notebook, and the wound tingles beneath the bandage. There's nothing I want to do more than grab his fucking head and smash it against that desk. Spill his blood. Cut his dick off. But then, that would be impulsive. And I don't do that. Or didn't. Past tense. Because really, since last night, I've been the personification of a ticking time bomb. I let my lips curve in a smile. That won't be happening.
Let's disagree agreeably.
What's the definition of agreeably to you? A gun to my head?
If you want.
I want nothing from you. Oh, wait. I want you to rot in jail. A twitch touches the corner of his lips.
Not a chance.
Because you can manipulate the justice you preach?
No. Because you'd be rotting right there beside me.
He rises to his full height.
I don't have to tell you what I'd do to you in that cell, do I?
Fucking creep. I keep my smile in place, adopting a mocking tone. Wow. I'm surprised you don't have a PhD in psychotic behavior. Do you often prey on your students?
Only little monsters like yourself. Tell me, Carson.
His voice is close now, and so are his eyes that are peering into my soul.
How did you manage to hide that revolting personality until now?
I look at him but say nothing. If he believes he can ruffle my feathers, he truly doesn't know who he's dealing with. Punching down has never affected me. And despite the massive headache and the constant screech of my demons for blood, I maintain my calm. He cocks his head to the side, giving me a mechanical once-over, as if I'm a piece of art he finds unsightly.
The other professors can't stop singing your praises. They said you're so hard-working and lovable. The best student any professor could have. Either they're excruciatingly blind, or you're just so staggeringly charming.
You don't find me charming? I let my lips form a mock pout. His gaze slides down, zeroing in on the motion, and
I think we've established that you have a magnificent ability to be grotesque.
My lips lift into a snarl, but I force them into a smile. I didn't seem grotesque when you came all over my mouth. You enjoyed it so much you kept coming on and on. I thought it'd never stop.
Your hole is the only useful thing about you.
I think I see a change of expression, but it's so fleeting. I can't read it as he continues.
But enough about that.
And here I was dying to keep broaching the subject.
Watch the way you speak to me. I'm your professor and will not tolerate any disrespect.
The firm edge in his voice gets my skin ablaze. It's uncomfortable, this feeling that's making me grip the notebook tighter. I have no respect for you whatsoever, Professor.
I'll tell you this once, so listen carefully, Carson.
He stands taller, forcing me to crane my head back to look up at him.
I have zero tolerance for spoiled, rich little brats like you who believe they can rule the world through their daddy's trust funds. if you don't drop the attitude and watch your mouth, I will fuck it into submission. Are we clear? My eyes lock with his for a brief second, and I admit that green looks far better in his irises than the fake brown. His eyes are electric, a charged mixture of impulsive loathing and patient retribution, each flicker a promise of something darker. It doesn't fit with the rest of his poised appearance, though. He's tall and muscled, his frame draped in quiet luxury clothes that could easily pay for a student's tuition. He has blonde hair that falls in organized chaos on his forehead and a floppy hairstyle, a clean-shaven, sharp jawline, and high, chiseled cheekbones that lend him an almost otherworldly, medieval prince-like aura, as if he belongs to a world where power is absolute and everyone around him is simply waiting for his command. This particular prince, however, is broken. There's no charm or goodness within him, at least none that's not manufactured. He seems so harmless and approachable, but then again, so are the most notorious serial killers. Gareth Carson has the looks of a prince and the personality of a devil. A man who will paint the world in bright colors for his victims and then splash it all in red. Which is why he's my red now. I'm the devil who will bring another devil to his fucking knees. Literally, figuratively.